Never eat oatmeal with this, because sometimes the simplest foods combined in the wrong way can create bigger problems for your health than you may realize. As we age, the small choices in our diet begin to matter more because our bodies become less forgiving. Older adults can protect themselves from unnecessary risks by choosing foods that support digestion, reduce inflammation, and keep energy steady throughout the day. Oatmeal on its own is a powerhouse of fiber, minerals, and slow releasing energy, but it should be paired wisely, avoiding overly processed sugars, chemical additives, and harmful fats that may silently damage cells and even contribute to long-term diseases. By making mindful choices, meals that once caused sluggishness or discomfort can instead provide lasting vitality. Avoiding harmful food pairings is one of the most overlooked yet crucial aspects of maintaining long-term health, especially as people grow older. Many assume that if a food is labeled healthy, it can be eaten in any way or combination without consequence. This is not entirely true. For example, oatmeal by itself is packed with fiber, minerals, and slow releasing energy that supports digestion, balances blood sugar, and keeps the body energized throughout the day. However, when paired with processed sugars, artificial syrups, or unhealthy fats, its benefits can quickly turn into burdens. The body struggles to process this unnatural mixture, leading to spikes in blood sugar, insulin resistance, and inflammation. Over time, this imbalance can create an internal environment where disease, including cancer, is more likely to thrive. The wisdom here is not to eliminate foods that are beneficial, but to be mindful of what we add to them, because poor combinations can silently undermine health. The digestive system is especially sensitive to combinations as it ages. The stomach and intestines no longer process food with the same efficiency as in youth, which means that harmful pairings cause more discomfort and long-term damage than before. When healthy foods are drowned in artificial additives or paired with chemically altered fats, the body diverts energy into fighting toxins rather than absorbing nutrients. This leads to fatigue, weight gain, and weakened immunity. By keeping meals clean and avoiding heavy or processed additions, older adults can ensure that their digestion remains smooth and their body is nourished rather than stressed. The simplicity of eating foods closer to their natural state is a powerful shield against disease. Science shows that inflammation is at the root of many chronic illnesses, from heart disease to cancer. Food combinations that trigger spikes in blood sugar or introduce harmful oils directly feed this inflammation. For example, oatmeal topped with fruit and nuts supports the body, but oatmeal soaked in refined sugar, margarine, or flavored syrups pushes the body toward disease. The difference lies not in the main food itself, but in what we choose to mix with it. This lesson extends to all meals. Pairing vegetables with processed meats or fresh salads with sugary dressings cancels much of the nutritional benefit. It becomes clear that harmful food pairings are silent threats, gradually shaping the future of one's health. When older adults take control of these details, they protect themselves from unnecessary health risks, while also ensuring their meals work for them rather than against them. Awareness of food pairings teaches that prevention is not about strict dieting, but about thoughtful choices. It is the difference between nourishing the body and unknowingly feeding disease. Small shifts like choosing honey instead of artificial syrup or fresh fruit instead of candy toppings create ripple effects in overall health. By respecting the way foods interact in the body, one can avoid the trap of turning healthy meals into hidden sources of harm and instead enjoy them as a foundation of strength and longevity. Choosing simple, balanced nutrition is one of the most effective ways to remain healthy, vibrant, and resilient as the years progress. The human body thrives on foods that are, as close to their natural state as possible. And the more unprocessed the meal, the easier it is for the digestive system to extract nutrients without creating unnecessary stress. Whole grains like brown rice, oats, or quinoa provide slow, releasing energy that stabilizes blood sugar and keeps the mind alert throughout the day. Vegetables and fruits supply vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that fight off free radicals and repair cellular damage, acting as natural protectors against disease. Clean sources of protein, such as beans, lentils, fish, and lean poultry, strengthen muscles, maintain energy, and keep the immune system functioning effectively. These foods, when eaten regularly, create a steady foundation of health that allows older adults to remain active and independent for longer. A balanced diet is not about extremes or strict restrictions, but about maintaining harmony in the choices made daily. Overeating one type of food, even if considered healthy, can overwhelm the body with excess nutrients while leaving it deficient in others. For example, relying too heavily on refined grains or processed foods may cause digestive problems, low energy, or inflammation, while skipping protein-rich foods weakens muscles and slows recovery. A balanced plate that includes a variety of colors, textures, and natural flavors ensures the body receives everything it needs in the right proportions. This balance also prevents the constant cravings that often come from eating overly processed foods, which trick the body into feeling hungry even after a meal. By emphasizing whole, simple foods, the body stays satisfied for longer and energy remains consistent. Another important aspect of simple nutrition is the avoidance of additives, preservatives, and chemical flavorings that are often hidden in packaged foods. While they may seem harmless, these substances accumulate in the body over time, contributing to inflammation, digestive distress, and even long-term illness. Choosing fresh produce, cooking at home, and reading food labels carefully are small but powerful habits that reduce exposure to harmful chemicals. Older adults especially benefit from these changes because their organs and metabolism do not function with the same efficiency they once did, and lighter, cleaner meals reduce strain on the liver, kidneys, and heart. This simplicity also makes digestion smoother, which means more nutrients are absorbed and less energy is wasted. Simple and balanced nutrition is not just about the body, but also the mind. When meals are clean and wholesome, energy levels remain steady, moods improve, and clarity of thought increases. This mental sharpness is vital for older adults who want to stay independent and engaged in life. Eating well also fosters a sense of self, respect, and care, reinforcing the belief that health is within one's control. By returning to the basics of natural foods, smaller portions, and balanced meals, older adults can protect their health, extend their vitality, and enjoy the strength to live with freedom and confidence each day. Staying active with light exercise is one of the most reliable ways for older adults to maintain strength, mobility, and overall well-being. The body was designed to move, and when it does not, muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and circulation slows, leading to a decline in health and energy. The misconception that exercise must always be intense discourages many from staying active, yet the truth is that gentle, consistent movements bring profound benefits without straining the body. Simple practices like daily walking, light stretching, or using body weight exercises such as squats or wall push-ups can keep the body resilient. These movements improve balance, reduce the risk of falls, and keep bones strong, which is especially important as aging naturally lowers bone density. Light exercise also enhances flexibility, making everyday tasks such as bending, lifting, or reaching much easier and less painful. Circulation is another key benefit of regular movement. As people grow older, blood flow often becomes sluggish, and this reduced circulation can impact the health of the heart, brain, and extremities. Even a 20-minute walk can stimulate the heart, push oxygen throughout the body, and sharpen mental clarity. Movement also helps regulate blood sugar and blood pressure, lowering the risk of diabetes and heart disease. Exercise is essentially a message to the body that it is still needed, still active, and still strong, which keeps the systems functioning optimally. Unlike inactivity, which accelerates decline, gentle activity slows the effects of aging and adds years of independence and vitality. The emotional benefits of light exercise are equally valuable. Physical movement triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood enhancers, which combat stress, depression, and anxiety. For older adults, this mental uplift can prevent isolation and foster a more positive outlook on life. Group activities like walking clubs, Tai Chi, or light yoga classes combine physical movement with social connection, offering both fitness and community. These positive emotions strengthen motivation, making it easier to stay consistent with exercise routines. A body that moves with ease also builds confidence, encouraging individuals to remain engaged in hobbies, family activities, and outdoor experiences rather than withdrawing from life due to physical limitations. Consistency is the real secret to making light exercise effective. The benefits come not from occasional bursts of effort, but from the steady rhythm of daily movement. Even on days when energy feels low, small efforts such as stretching in a chair, climbing a few stairs, or practicing breathing exercises can contribute to long-term health. Over time, these light but regular habits accumulate, producing stronger muscles, healthier joints, and a more active metabolism. By embracing movement as a daily necessity rather than an occasional chore, older adults can protect their independence, reduce pain, and experience the joy of living in a body that feels capable and energetic, regardless of age. Nurturing a positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining health and youthfulness, especially in the later stages of life. The mind and body are deeply connected, and the way a person thinks directly influences how their body functions. When thoughts are filled with stress, negativity, or constant worry, the body responds by producing stress hormones such as cortisol, which weaken the immune system, slow digestion, and accelerate the aging process. On the other hand, when the mind is calm, optimistic, and focused on gratitude, the body produces chemicals that support healing, energy, and overall balance. This demonstrates that emotional wellness is not just a luxury, but an essential aspect of physical health. A positive mindset creates a ripple effect that touches every organ, every system, and every interaction a person has with the world. For older adults, mindset can be the difference between feeling old and worn down, or feeling vibrant and full of possibility. Those who dwell on regrets or constantly compare themselves to younger years often find their health deteriorating faster because the mind is sending signals of decline. In contrast, those who focus on the joys of the present moment, the wisdom gained through experience, and the opportunities still available maintain a spark of vitality that fuels both mental and physical resilience. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most effective practices in this regard. By acknowledging even small blessings each day, the mind shifts away from lack and focuses instead on abundance, which directly lightens the mood and strengthens the spirit. Social connection also plays a vital role in nurturing positivity. Humans are not meant to live in isolation, and loneliness has been shown to weaken both mental and physical health. Older adults who surround themselves with family, friends, or community groups not only experience joy but also benefit from the sense of belonging and purpose that these relationships bring. Sharing laughter, conversation, and companionship reduces feelings of stress and creates a buffer against depression and memory decline. These connections remind individuals that they are valued, needed, and loved, which further reinforces a positive mindset and motivates them to continue living fully. Another powerful aspect of mindset is the ability to adapt and remain flexible in the face of life's changes. Aging inevitably brings challenges, whether they are physical limitations, the loss of loved ones, or shifts in lifestyle. A positive mindset does not ignore these realities, but chooses to face them with courage and hope. Instead of seeing obstacles as the end, they are viewed as opportunities for growth and resilience. This approach keeps the brain active, the spirit strong, and the heart open to new experiences. In turn, the body mirrors this inner strength, recovering faster from illness, maintaining sharper memory, and preserving energy. By nurturing positivity through gratitude, connection, and resilience, older adults can protect not only their mental health, but also their physical vitality, proving that youthfulness is as much a state of mind as it is a condition of the body. Consistency in small habits builds vitality because it is not the grand gestures or occasional efforts that shape long-term health, but the quiet choices repeated each day. A balanced life is built on the rhythm of simple routines that, when maintained over time, accumulate into lasting strength, energy, and resilience. Older adults in particular benefit from this truth because the body responds best to steady care rather than irregular bursts of discipline. Skipping between extremes of strict dieting and overindulgence or intense exercise followed by long periods of inactivity places stress on the body, while steady moderation protects it. The small daily habits of eating wholesome meals, staying hydrated, walking, stretching, sleeping well, and thinking positively become invisible anchors that keep the body and mind steady through the changes of aging. The power of consistency lies in its compounding effect. One healthy meal may not change much, but eating clean foods day after day strengthens immunity, supports digestion, and maintains energy. A single walk may seem insignificant, but when repeated regularly, it strengthens muscles, improves circulation, and keeps the heart strong. Even mental habits, such as practicing gratitude or managing stress through breathing exercises, when performed consistently, shape the brain's chemistry to favor calmness, optimism, and resilience. The body and mind are not transformed by occasional effort, but by the repeated signals they receive through consistent action. And with time, these signals become the natural state of being. Consistency also builds confidence, which reinforces itself. When an older adult sticks to small daily habits, they begin to see results: lighter joints, better sleep, clearer thinking, or more stable moods. These improvements provide encouragement to continue, and over time the habit becomes second nature, no longer requiring much willpower. This cycle of effort and reward creates momentum that carries a person forward with less struggle. It is far easier to maintain small daily rituals than to attempt dramatic lifestyle overhauls that are quickly abandoned. By focusing on manageable actions repeated faithfully, long-term vitality becomes sustainable rather than exhausting. Another reason consistency matters is because the body values predictability. Regular sleep schedules regulate hormones. Eating at consistent times supports digestion, and moving the body daily maintains flexibility and circulation. Sudden changes or erratic habits throw the body into stress, while steady routines provide stability. The body learns to trust that it will receive what it needs at the right time, and in return it functions with greater efficiency. This sense of order not only improves physical health, but also mental peace, since daily routines reduce decision fatigue and create a comforting rhythm. Ultimately, the secret to staying youthful and energetic into later years does not lie in extraordinary measures, but in ordinary actions performed with consistency. Choosing to eat clean meals, drink water, move lightly, rest well, and nurture a positive outlook every single day may seem simple. Yet together they shape the quality of life. The results are not sudden but gradual, revealing themselves in stronger bodies, sharper minds, and a deeper sense of independence and joy that lasts throughout the aging journey.